So recently I've attended a few photography workshops, street photography. I'll tell you about some of the others in future videos, but in this particular one I want to talk about Sean Tucker. He was on one of the workshops I attended recently with Joshua K. Jackson, and one of the interesting things was the vision that these two guys have. So they're seeing photographic opportunities in an instant, which is down to practice, I think, as well as having an inner vision and eye. But they're seeing things that I had missed. So for example, I saw a monk walking down Oxford Street on this workshop, but Sean actually noticed that he was wearing, the monk was wearing trainers, and he was carrying a bag, shopping bag from one of the big stores. Now that was really incongruous, and so focusing on the trainers and the bottom of the monk's habit, that would have made a really interesting shot. I just saw a monk walking down the street. Now, several of the big YouTube names who have photography channels have started producing end-of-year books, that kind of thing, with collections of their photos. I've just bought Sean Tucker's Collection 3, which I'll show you here. And one of the things that I think is useful about buying photographic books is that you can refer to them time and again and see what makes a picture that works for you. So there are 45 black and white in here, 45 in colour. And I have to say, some of them don't speak to me, some of them do. And in analysing the ones that do, I can see what Sean has seen and what attracted him to the scene, and whether that works for me. This one, for example, which is black and white, for obvious reasons I can't show you all the photos, but I've shot this scene myself in colour from a different angle, and my shot didn't work as well. In looking at this, I can see that what Sean has done is focus and isolate more of the pattern. I was too far away, which is a particular problem that I suffer with, being too far away. But some of the pictures don't speak to me. And the interesting thing is, I think you can learn more from them than from the ones that you would consider successful. When I look at the ones that don't move me, and I analyse why, I can see the kind of things that I'm drawn to and the things I'm not drawn to, and it will help me to refine my style. I bought a book from James Popsis as well. I'll tell you about that in another video, his 2018 collection, I think it was. Now, he's a landscape guy, of course, and so all of these enable you to study the eye of photographers whose work you like. In this case, it's Sean Tucker. He does a great deal of philosophical videos on YouTube, but he also does tutorials on photographic technique and how to see things. And when you look at the printed work, it's nicely printed, by the way. The paper is matte, so you're not getting glare. And the size of the images, honestly, I would like a bigger book, but of course that would have been more expensive. But it allows me to spend time working out what his thinking was. Now, for a given scene, he's placing elements within the scene. He's waiting for somebody to stand in a particular place. Let's have a look, see if I can find an example for you. Yeah, so there's another example. Hopefully he won't mind me showing you a couple of examples from the book. Fair use, should we say. And this particular one, he's got a silhouette of somebody walking past, a brightly lit, some kind of statue or ornamentation on the street which is lit, and the shadows are what make this particular thing work. But you have to wait for somebody to be in the right part of the frame and wait for the lighting to fall properly. So this particular one, which is Collection 3, is probably going to sell out fairly quick, I would imagine. His previous two collections have done so. I didn't manage to get those. I only found Sean Tucker on YouTube perhaps a few months ago. And this particular collection, because a lot of it is street photography, which I like, I'm seeing things that I would like to emulate. So in terms of developing your style, if you're not sure what your style is yet, which is my position, this will help you to define the ones that appear to be your style, because they speak to you, and the ones that really aren't, because they don't really move you, they don't stir up the emotions for some reason. And so you can start to refine the things you like, the things you don't like, the things you might be drawn towards, the things you're not. So if you haven't got it, I'll put links in the description below to his channel and his Instagram. I follow him on Instagram as well, and also his store where you can get hold of this book. This arrived very quickly. I'm in the UK. I think it was about 2 or 3 days to be delivered after ordering, which I did on a weekend, and I think it's very good value for money. But better of all, you can refer to this time and again. I'm just looking at one. I think I've shown you enough of his examples for fair use, so I won't show you this one. But it's a girl who is lit by some kind of spotlight, street light perhaps, moody black and white. She's looking up, fantastic image. I would highly recommend, as I've just started getting into, collecting photographic books so that they inform your creative spirit and help you to hone the shape and direction you want to take with your own photography. I'm signed up for a few more workshops this year. I'll continue to do that. I'm going to do some landscape as well. But this is a way of developing your own photography, I think, by looking at the work of the people who've produced work that you wish you had produced. And for £20 plus delivery, I think that's a pretty good way of doing it, because you can refer to this time and time again. As I said, I'll create a future video where I talk about the other workshops, Joshua K. Jackson, Craig Whitehead. They've both got particular ways of seeing which are very good. They've helped me to develop a slightly better eye, so I've gone from sub-zero to, kind of ice cold. Hopefully over the next year or so I'll go from ice cold to a little bit warmer, and then maybe get some good pictures. We'll see, and I'll give you examples as I did in the previous video. So thanks for watching. If you haven't yet subscribed or hit the thumbs up, please do that, and hit the bell so you get notifications of future videos, and I hope to see you on the next video fairly soon. Thanks for watching.